sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? Buckle up. There's football coming your way, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he's fully healthy again.
And he'll get about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Murray. Now he'll run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
We'll try and run for this with Connor. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
You can see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he will take this one across into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona. And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times, he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Here's carry #1 for Travis Etienne. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Second down, Lawrence. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. In motion comes Thomas. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cards offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll go right back to Connor. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Murray on 3rd down. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. He keeps it himself, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's caught left side by Ingram.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On the handoff, it's ETN. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here comes ETN running to the left. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll run it once more with ETN. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk, and it'll lead to a second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
In motion comes Thomas. Now second down throw for Lawrence. He'll tuck it and take off.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this third down a lot more manageable.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Lawrence now. Now a screen set up for ETN. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it with ETN. And he's going to have the Jaguars' 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop them.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. His throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Travis Etienne, touchdown Jaguars.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. DJ Dallas now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Connor. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. On the zone read, given to Connor. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Back to throw is Murray. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's an Arizona first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
On the ground, it's Connor, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third and a yard. Now Murray keeping it himself. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Second down, Murray. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Murray. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. and the Cardinals will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Duvernay on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. Lots of space past the 45. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kaiser White able to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. They put Strange in motion. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he will score. Travis Etienne, touchdown Jacksonville. His 2nd touchdown of this first half.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers. There's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Little is good, and the Jaguars will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Now Connor. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Murray now off the bootleg. Pass right side. That's Ryman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They'll try and run for this with Connor. Connor's got the first down and more. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
That's the mindset I just love seeing from a running back, Mike. His eyes weren't just on that first down marker. They were on getting that first and some on top of it. That's pretty impressive.
They go play action now. Murray. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He'll try to run for it. A big play there on the scramble. And even 30 yards.
This defense is going to have to come up with some answers at halftime because they cannot allow this quarterback to just continue to have his way with them on the ground using his legs. And that's exactly what's happened so far here in the first half, and they're going to have to get that fixed and fixed quickly.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. There he goes. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Duvernay on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jags offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
And that'll be batted down and incomplete.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
3rd and 5. Now here's Lawrence, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Connor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Murray. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Trayvon Walker, the former 1st overall pick, in there for the sack.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
I'm always curious how defenses come back on the field after allowing a touchdown on the previous possession, and so far I'm liking what I see. There's no heads being held low. There's no dwelling and thinking back to that last drive. They've come out and completely dominated this next possession.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Duvernay to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Second down and 3. Once again, it's ETN. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Kirk is the motion man. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Murray. Now he'll run it. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play.
They'll run with Conner, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Running here is Conner. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Arizona. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Kaiser White able to make the tackle. Now second down throw for Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion. And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again here to Connor. And some good blocking, springing him. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
On third down, here's a run by Connor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Here's the punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he will get into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will even the score. It's now 21-all. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Murray. They'll try to work the screen with Connor. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. Taking off, and the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Murray now. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
First and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So we've reached halftime here. It has been an entertaining first half as we head downstate to Orlando. And we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Brian Thomas now and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. Lawrence now to throw on first down. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run. It's ETN. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. Jaguars ready to punt this one away as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, the drive begins with Connor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. The dangers of throwing when you are backed up. Quarterback trying to keep it alive and make a play. Instead, they bring him down, and it'll cost them 2 points.
I understand what the quarterback's trying to do here, Mike. He's trying to keep the play alive and buy some time for his receivers to work to get open. But backed up this close to his end zone, he's got to get rid of that ball because, as we just saw, the defense took him down for 2 points.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. On the return, here's Washington. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the first down. Now, ETN, and he'll get about 5. They'll run it once more with ETN. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. That might take them out of field goal range.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Yeah! And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 6. Murray. The open man is Wilson, and he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Connor, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Connor. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This guy's really in a zone right now, Mike. He's rushing with such confidence that it doesn't matter who they put on him. He thinks he's going to win every matchup, and with the rest of the time remaining here in the 2nd half, the offense is going to have to change some things up. It's less about who blocks him and how we block him, because right now, one-on-one, it's just not getting the job done.
So, 4th down, and the veteran Matt Prater on for the Cards. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will stay a 2-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Off he goes. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That one taken in. Christian Kirk, touchdown Jacksonville.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cards offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Play action now. It's Murray. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Murray now to throw on first down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Back to throw is Murray. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
Murray on third down. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And he will score. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals will cut it to a 2-point lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Duvernay on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They'll run the toss here to ETN.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
Here's ETN. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Third and 9. Throwing is Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. 20 yards on that pass play. First down, Jacksonville.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's ETN. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
That's caught left side by Ingram. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Jags first down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
Got his man. It's Kirk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Bigsby. Good blocking, and he's in. Tank Bigsby. Touchdown, Jaguars. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Dallas. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Murray will throw. They'll try to work the screen with Connor. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
The Jaguars offense and their running back set to go once more. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Lawrence will give it to Bigsby. Whoa, a big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. Ha ha ha! Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Murray. He runs with it.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Now a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Murray. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. 13 yards on that pass play. It's an Arizona 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On the handoff, it's Connor. He'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here to Connor. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That'll be intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Jaguars offense ready to get back to work. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Lawrence. On the draw, it's ETN. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Kirk is the motion man. Lawrence now on 2nd down. This throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here comes ETN running to the left. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. 2nd down, Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Quick hitting slant there. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That is caught by Washington. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's ETN. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's caught once again by Ingram. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Lawrence. He is in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Dallas. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Murray. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He finds his man. It's Dortch. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
That's to the right side, caught by McBride. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. To throw again is Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They'll run for it, and it's Connor. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Jags offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. Here's 1st and 10. This run straight ahead for ETN. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Bigsby. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They put Strange in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Lawrence now. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. On 1st down, it's Murray. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second down and 8. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say, so long from Jacksonville.